question for Paige was that she is 66%. Number one, the age of property that is based on the amount of observed deterioration and obsolescence it has sustained is the definition of blank age. A. Actual. B. Historic. C. Chronological. Or D. Effective. I'm going to go effective. Number 2. The period of time over which a structure may reasonably be expected to perform the function for which it was designed is the definition of blank life. A. Physical. B. Useful. C. Economic. Or D. Effective. I'm going to go C. Economic. And number 3, condition is determined by A. Quality, B. The housing style, C. The maintenance and care the house has received, D. The functional utility of the house. I'm going to go C. The maintenance and care the house has received. Assessment completed. Finished. Passed, you got 66.7%. So remember, 1. The age of property that is based on the amount of observed deterioration and obsolescence it has sustained is the definition of blank age. You said effective. That was correct. Number 2. The period of time over which a structure may reasonably be expected to perform the function for which it was designed is the definition of blank life. You said economic. That was incorrect. The correct answer was useful life. The period of time for which a structure or a component of a property may reasonably be expected to perform the function for which it was designed is the definition of useful life. And number 3, condition is determined by, you said, the maintenance and care the house has received, and that was correct. Continue.
Residential sales comparison and income approaches. Health. Documents. Email instructor. CH8 physical characteristics adjustments. PG39 deferred maintenance items. Notes. Leave a comment. Deferred maintenance items. Deferred maintenance is defined as items of wear and tear on a property that should be fixed now to protect the value or income-producing ability of the property, such as a broken window, a dead tree, a leak in the roof, or a faulty roof that must be completely replaced. These items are almost always curable. Deferred maintenance items are generally relatively inexpensive items and will vary according to the type of building. They are things that a conscientious owner would take care of on a regular basis. They are items that a prudent purchaser would recognize and say, if I were to buy that property, the first thing I would do is fix them. Most immediate repairs are a result of deferred maintenance things the owner should have done long ago. Getting them taken care of usually adds more value to the home than the cost of the repair. This is what we call curable physical depreciation. End of page. Chapter start. 50%. Residential sales comparison and income approaches. Health. Documents. Email instructor. CH8 physical characteristics adjustments. PG40 deferred maintenance items. Notes. Leave a comment. Deferred maintenance items. On a piece of scratch paper, list at least 10 items that could be considered to be deferred maintenance. End of page. Chapter start. 51%. Residential sales comparison and income approaches. Health. Documents. Email instructor. CH8 physical characteristics adjustments. PG41 deferred maintenance items. Notes. Leave a comment. Deferred maintenance items. Some items that might be classified as deferred maintenance are broken window panes, lack of railing or rotted boards on deck, steps, porches, cracked mirrors, electrical shorts or poor connections, excessive chipped and peeling paint, infestation of mice, rats, bats, insects, etc., leaking or full septic systems, loose or malfunctioning gutters, missing roof tiles or shingles, leaking plumbing, non-functioning windows and door, removing trash, rusting machinery, old cars in yard, dry rotted flooring in baths around toilets/tubs, torn screens, malfunctioning heating system. The important concept to understand is that health and safety items, factors that significantly impact marketability, or conditions that lead to potential significant damage or loss to the major improvements are all deferred maintenance items. End of page. Chapter start. 51%. Residential sales comparison and income approaches. Health. Documents. Email instructor. CH8 physical characteristics adjustments. PG42 above grade room count and gross living area. Notes. Leave a comment. Above grade room count and gross living area. When valuing a residential dwelling, we count the number of rooms in the dwelling and calculate the gross living area, GLA. First, count rooms that are above grade. Generally, we count all rooms except for bathrooms, foyers, and utility rooms. A room should be an area with a specific purpose. The definition of room count is a unit of comparison used primarily in residential appraisal. No national standard exists on what constitutes a room. The generally accepted method is to consider as separate rooms only those rooms that are effectively divided and to exclude bathrooms. Total the number of full baths, having sink, toilet, and tub, plus half baths, having only a sink and toilet. A 3/4 bath has a sink, toilet, and shower, and is considered a full bathroom according to the UAD protocols. End of page. Chapter start. 51%. 51%. Residential sales comparison and income approaches. Health. Documents. Email instructor. CH8 physical characteristics adjustments. PG43 gross living area. Notes. Leave a comment. Gross living area. Gross living area, GLA, includes only finished living areas that are above grade. With rare exception, we do not include rooms that are even partly below grade, although they may be finished. GLA is defined as total area of finished, above grade residential space, calculated by measuring the outside perimeter of the structure, and includes only finished, habitable, above grade living space. Finished basements and attic areas are not generally included in total gross living area. Local practices, however, may differ. End of page. Chapter start. 51%. Residential sales comparison and income approaches. documents. Email instructor. CH8 physical characteristics adjustments. PG44 Fannie Mae. Notes. Leave a comment. Fannie Mae. In their selling guide, Fannie Mae says, B4-1.3-05, Improvements section of the appraisal report, layout and floor plans. Dwellings with unusual layouts and floor plans generally have limited market appeal. A review of the room list and floor plan for the dwelling unit may indicate an unusual layout, such as bedrooms on a level with no bath, or a kitchen on a different level from the dining room. If the appraiser indicates that such inadequacies will result in market resistance to the subject property, he or she must make appropriate adjustments to reflect this in the overall analysis. However, if market acceptance can be demonstrated through the use of comparable sales with the same inadequacies, no adjustments are required. Gross living area. The most common comparison for one-unit properties, including units in PUD, condo, or co-op projects, is above-grade gross living area. The appraiser must be consistent when he or she calculates and reports the finished above-grade room count and the square feet of gross living area that is above grade. The need for consistency also applies from report to report. For example, when using the same transaction as a comparable sale in multiple reports, the room count and gross living area should not change. When calculating gross living area, the appraiser should use the exterior building dimensions per floor to calculate the above-grade gross living area of a property. For units in condo or co-op projects, the appraiser should use interior perimeter unit dimensions to calculate the gross living area. Garages and basements, including those that are partially above grade, must not be included in the above-grade room count. Only finished above-grade areas can be used in calculating and reporting of above-grade room count and square footage for the gross living area. Fannie Mae considers a level to be below grade if any portion of it is below grade, regardless of the quality of its finish or the window area of any room. Therefore, a walkout basement with finished rooms would not be included in the above-grade room count. Rooms that are not included in the above-grade room count may add substantially to the value of a property, particularly when the quality of the finish is high. For that reason, the appraiser should report the basement or other partially below-grade areas separately and make appropriate adjustments for them on the basement and finished rooms below grade line in the sales comparison approach adjustment grid. For consistency in the sales comparison analysis, the appraiser should compare above-grade areas to above-grade areas and below-grade areas to below-grade areas. The appraiser may need to deviate from this approach if the style of the subject property, or any of the comparables, does not lend itself to such comparisons. For example, a property built into the side of a hill, where the lower level is significantly out of ground, the interior finish is equal throughout the house, and the flow and function of the layout is accepted by the local market, may require the gross living area to include both levels. However, in such instances, the appraiser must be consistent throughout the appraisal in his or her analysis and explain the reason for the deviation, clearly describing the comparisons that were made. End of page. Chapter start. 51%. Different types of life. Useful life. The period of time over which a structure or a component of a property may reasonably be expected to perform the function for which it was designed. 1. Economic life. The period over which improvements to real estate contribute to property value. 2. Remaining economic life. The estimated period over which existing improvements are expected to contribute economically to a property. An estimate of the number of years remaining in the economic life of a structure or structural components as of the effective date of the appraisal. Used in the economic age life method of estimating depreciation. 3. The concept of useful life is used when estimating depreciation of short-lived items using the breakdown method. But otherwise it has little applicability for real property appraisers. Each building improvement has an economic life during which the improvement will contribute to total property value, over and above the value of the underlying site. At some point in time, the building will depreciate to the point where it will add nothing to the site value. Remaining economic life is estimated by subtracting the effective age of the improvement from the total economic life. Effective age is the age of property that is based on the amount of observed deterioration and obsolescence it has sustained, which may be different from its chronological age. 4.1 The Dictionary of Real Estate Appraisal, 6th edition, Appraisal Institute, Chicago, Illinois 2015, 2 ibid. 3 ibid. 4 ibid. Residential sales comparison and income approaches. Help. Documents. Email instructor. CH8 physical characteristics adjustments. PG 45 above grade room count, gross living area reporting. Notes. Leave a comment. Above grade room count, gross living area reporting. Here are the directions on how to report this on the URAR, using the UAD. The appraiser must enter the total number of rooms, as well as the number of bedrooms and bathrooms for the subject property and each comparable property. The appraiser must also enter the gross living area for the subject property and each comparable property. The appraiser must follow the same standards outlined in the Improvements section under Finished Area above grade and square feet of gross living area above grade. Reporting format. Number of rooms, numeric to 2 digits, whole numbers only. Number of bedrooms, numeric to 2 digits, whole numbers only. Number of baths, numeric to 2 decimal places. Separate full bath count from half bath count with a period, NN. Gross living area, numeric to 5 digits, whole numbers only. Example. 3.2 indicates 3 full baths and 2 half baths above grade. End of page. Chapter start. 51%. Residential sales comparison and income approaches. Help. Documents. Email instructor. CH8 physical characteristics adjustments. PG 46 case study. Notes. Leave a comment. Case study. Take a look at this part of a sales grid that has been filled in. Sale 1 sold for $200,000. Sale 2 sold for $189,000. Sale 3 sold for $197,000. Notice that the subject has one more bedroom than comparable number 3, plus additional square footage, and an extra bedroom compared to comparable number 2. So, we need to find the value of an extra bedroom in this market using matched pairs analysis, as well as the value of the square footage. The adjustment for the room difference is made first. The amount is determined by comparing sale number 1 to sale number 3. Sale number 1, for bedrooms, sales price equals $200,000. Sale number 3, 3 bedrooms, sales price equals minus $197,000. Therefore, the value of an extra bedroom in this market equals $3,000. The next step is to adjust both sales number 2 and number 3 for the bedroom difference. The sale price for sale number 2 was $189,000. The adjusted price for sale number 2 then becomes $192,000, and the adjusted sale price for sale number 3 is $200,000. Now we can pair up sales number 2 with sales number 1 and number 3 to ascertain the difference in price attributable to the differences in GLA. Doing a similar paired data, sometimes called matched pairs, analysis, we determine that GLA is priced at about $40 per SF in this market. Sale number 1, 2,000 SF, sales price equals $200,000. Sale number 2, 1,800 $192,000. Difference $8,000. Sale number 3, 2000 SF. Sales price equals $200,000. Sale number 3, 2000 SF. Sales price equals $200,000.
It missed a part. It said $8,000 divided by 200 square feet difference equals $40 per square foot. I don't know why it jumped over. And catching up, it says sale number 3, 2,000 square feet. Sales price equals $200,000.
Sale number 2, 1,800 SF. Sales price equals $192,000.
Underneath that, it said difference was $8,000. And then
now we can make adjustments. Sale number 2. Now we can make adjustments for differences in size between the subject and the comparable sales at the rate of $40 per square foot of difference.
it jumped on the flip part. It said $8,000 divided by 200 SF difference equals $40 per square foot. End of page 51%.
51%. Residential sales comparison and income approaches. Help. Documents. Email instructor. CH8 physical characteristics adjustments. PG 47 basements and finished rooms below grade. Notes. Leave a comment. Basements and finished rooms below grade. Rooms that are below grade are noted separately on the URAR form and must be finished, having ceiling, walls, and floor. Of course, there is an exception to almost every rule, and that's true in this case. In some parts of the country with steep terrain, it is very common to find multi-level homes with perhaps 2 or even 3 levels that are not fully above grade. It may be difficult to separate out what is valued as basement and what is valued equal to above grade living area. These living areas and rooms generally add value equal to above grade area, especially when there is a view. For this reason, it is permissible for the appraiser to include the finished living area below grade in the GLA. This would require explanation, and usually you would only do this if it was local custom, or the floor areas could not easily be separated out from what would be the lowest basement level from other levels that may also be built into the hillside. Typically, if there is a finished basement area, we would try to ascertain its value per square foot of finished area by doing a similar pair data analysis. To report this on the URAR, please follow the UAD instructions. Basement and finished rooms below grade. Line 1. The appraiser must report total square footage of the property improvements below grade. If there is no basement, enter the numeral 00. No other information may be entered. Finished square footage of the property improvements below grade, if applicable. Do not indicate a percent finished. The type of access to the basement, if applicable. The allowable values are walkout, walk-up, woo, or interior only, in, which must be abbreviated on the appraisal report form to fit in the available space. In some jurisdictions, the total square footage of the property improvements below grade and or the finished square footage of the property improvements below grade may not be available to the appraiser within the normal course of business. In such cases, an appraiser may report the estimated total square footage of the property improvements below grade and the finished area below grade for the comparable properties, and disclose within the appraisal report that the size is an estimate and report the source and basis for the estimate. End of page. Chapter start. 51%. Residential sales comparison and income approaches. Help. documents. Email instructor. CH8 physical characteristics adjustments. PG48 basements and finished rooms below grade reporting. Continued. Notes. Leave a comment. Basements and finished rooms below grade reporting. Continued. The appraiser must report the number of each type of finished rooms in the basement on line 2 of this data field if the finished square footage of the basement is greater than 0. The room type descriptors are: abbreviated entry room type, RR recreation room, BR bedroom, BA bathroom, O other. The appraiser must enter the numeral 0, 0 if there are no rooms of a particular type. If the finished square footage of the basement is 0, no entries should be made for the basement room type counts. Reporting format. Line 1, total square footage, numeric to 5 digits, whole numbers only. Line 1, finished square footage, numeric to 5 digits, whole numbers only. Line 1, basement access, appraiser must select one value from the specified list, values WA, WU, or IN. Line 2, room count / type, numeric to 1 digit asterisk. Asterisk for bathrooms, the format is N.N, full baths separated from half baths with a period, dot. Line 1, 1000 SF 750 square. Line 2, 1 RR 1 BR 1.0 BA 20. End of page. Chapter start. 52%.
Saying for line 1 basement access, the appraiser must select one value from the specified list. Then it said values. WO for I'm assuming walk out, WU for I'm thinking walk up, or IN for I guess just straight in. And for a couple lines down it said line 1 1000 SF 750 SF WU. That's how it was written out, no spaces. And then underneath that for line 2 it was spelled 1 RR 1 BR 1.0 BA 2 O, I think. It's not a 0, it's a low capital. That's how they were writing it out online. So 1 RR means residential room, maybe. 1 BR, 1 bedroom. 1.0 bath, that means 1 full bath, and then something 20.